Hello citizens, Councilor Gian-Carlo Carra here, reporting for another Ward 9 TV Light. It is the afternoon break of council on Monday, October 22nd. I've jumped up to the office to talk about what just went down. There's a lot of interesting things on council's agenda. The biggest one though is the Uber debate. It's not really an Uber debate. What it actually is it's a new livery bylaw for the city of Calgary that regulates not just a traditional taxi cab industry, but also a transportation network company type approach, a ride share like Uber, or any other company in the market that's offering that kind of app-based approach to ride sharing, and also creates a link between a traditional taxi industry and the ride sharers. There were a couple points of contention from both sides. The taxi industry, I think, was a lot more silent about their issues. They'd like the whole thing to go away, but it's not going away. It's going to revolutionize the way we get around cities and the way taxi industries work. But the points of issue with Uber specifically came down to insurance, which is a provincial issue and will not really be on the ground until later in March, at which point there will either be an insurance instrument available for people who want to drive cars for Uber, and then they'll be allowed to, or it won't be, in which case Uber will not be able to operate legally in the city. Point number 2 came down to the police background check or a lesser background check. Council held firm on that. Point number 3 had to do with vehicle inspections, and council agreed that twice a year was overly onerous for people, for the vast majority of Uber drivers who are part-time, and that is basically where it went. Councillor Woolley and I and a couple other members of council tried to insert a further clause for negotiating between our administration and Uber in the lead up to the arrival of insurance that looked specifically at trying to streamline both background checks and vehicle inspections. But those did not pass. Council felt we had given enough, and those negotiations are going to take place anyway. Upon that being basically delivered, as council went on with other business, I understand that Uber's general manager for Alberta said that Uber will not be coming to Calgary. I don't believe that for one second. Uber operates in cities around the world with much more restrictive regulatory regimes and operates well. I think it's a negotiation tactic, and invariably, right up to the point where all of this is solved, we will be negotiating the best possible outcome. There's a couple places where we can make it better, but I think we did some good work today. So Councillor Gian-Carlo Carra signing off for Ward 9 TV Light.